Marianne has been sick since last Thursday. Her nose was running, but her feet were not smelling. Here to tell us more about her nose, Marianne Hamor.
In Colombia, when you turn 15, it's a big deal. It's a very big deal. Turning 15 is such a big deal that the little princess, quinceañera, has three choices. Number one, they can go on that beautiful trip to the magical island of San Andres in the Caribbean Ocean. And it's quite expensive, but the family has saved money for 15 years to do that. Option number two is the quinceañera party, that it can be up to 3 times more expensive than a wedding. Especially it needs 2 or more years of preparation because of the choreography or the gowns. But the third option is plastic surgery. The little princess gets to pick if they want bigger boobies, bigger butt, or their nose fixed. That is the Colombia where my friend Jimena was born. I was born in a different type of Colombia. For my friend Jimena, a really bad day would be the day when there was a pimple in the nose. In my house, I was like struggling with pain things. Because we were financially challenged, then we didn't have money for cake, so we just didn't celebrate Christmas. That was my friend Jimena, her beautiful world, and mine a little bit different. By fate, my friend Jimena was a student in my high school. By luck, she was my classmate in college. And by choice, she was my peer partner in graduate school. My friend Jimena was always looking for me, but life happened. I found Roger, then Albert Einstein the dog, then business, then I almost forgot about Jimena until she found me via LinkedIn. She sent me an email. And the email has 3 paragraphs. Number 1, biography, many years without happening, knowing what happened with me too. And the next 2 paragraphs, she was praising my decision of fixing my nose. She was very happy to see that I did a nose job. Because my nose is the same one I was born with, I was rather confused. So I felt like making a call, right? So I called, and the same format. 1/3 the conversation was biography, and the other 2/3 is how well my new nose worked with my face. Well, keeping my nose clean, I didn't try to clarify that was a mistake, that I still had the same nose. Just wanted to see what it went. Well, she will see me one day and she will find out, and then I will have a next speech for Toastmasters to tell you what happened there. But my friend Jimena was in a world where they don't see too far from their noses, just like in Hollywood. So then I started doing my research and that relationship between nose and beauty. And I found out the most famous noses in Hollywood: Anne Hathaway, Bob Dylan, Martin Scorsese, Barbara Streisand, and more. They are what too? Haba, Sarah, Jessica Parker. There, if you look in the internet, there are so many entrances for their talents as for their noses. But how about the biggest nose in the business? That is Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson. Well, I asked 50 of my closest friends this weekend via text message and called WhatsApp if Owen Wilson was hot. From those 50 calls, I found out that 40 answered with a straight yes, he's hot. 8 of my friends went beyond that with and yum yum and all those other appellative. One, I didn't know who Owen Wilson was, And one promised to divorce her husband to marry Owen Wilson. Isn't that terrible? Nobody mentions that his nose is terrible, only while Sarah Jessica Parker was actually ranked as the less sexiest person in Hollywood because of her nose. Well, let me tell you. You should keep the nose that comes in the package. Let me tell you how I think you should do it. Having a great nose, like mine, gives me different advantages. One, it's more prestigious, right? I am memorable because of my nose, but there are other advantages. My sunglasses, or my nose, they don't fall because my nose keeps it. Now, it's really fun to fuck somebody from the distance, my nose. And when it rains, my lipstick doesn't get wet. Now, in the morning, it's so very cool to smell the coffee from Colombia. Now, by now, you might be very jealous because you don't have the nose I have. Exactly. That's the kind of nose I have. But let me tell you, don't feel jealous because your noses are going to grow longer and longer. They go downward. And they grow every single day until the day you die. So now, let me give you that thought. The size of the nose is not as important as what is in it. What a